Dr. Meenu Balian. Welcome to the class of Financial Accounting and Analysis. Today we would be discussing about the financial accounting and the basics of these accountings. So, starting with the definition, accounting actually once we are talking about to each other, means once we are communicating to each other, that time we need a language. This language could be Hindi, this language could be English, in whichever language you people are comfortable. The language is actually being used to communicate, to transfer one's knowledge to the other person, so that things can be conveyed easily. Similarly, we do have to follow the same kind of rules and regulation while we are doing the business. In the business, you are doing the business just to earn the profit, to make more investors, to attract more customers, to bloom your business. For that, you are supposed to transfer your information to the different users. For transferring these information, you need a language, and once you are in a business, the language is known as the accounting. So, accounting is known as the business language because by this language we are transferring one's business information to the other users, so that other things can be benefited and ultimately business can grow. The definition of the accounting has been given by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, that is AICPA. In this definition, they have said that accounting is an art of recording its classification and the summary, and this talks about the monetary terms. What it means, what is the meaning of this definition? In this definition, we have three terms, one is recording, other is classifying, and the summarizing. Once we are talking about the recording means keeping the all records to one place. Classifying means that classification or elaboration of the information. Last one is the summarize. In the summarization, we do the summary, we prepare the summary. So, in this definition, the AICPA is talking about that accounting is basically recording, classification and summarization of the business transactions. Which kind of business transaction? The transactions should be in terms of money. See, in the accountings, we never consider the things which are not included the money. So, in the accounting we consider only the things which are having monetary nature. So, what we are doing, we are recording all the monetary transactions at one place, we are classifying it, and then we are summarizing it to actually to get out some meaningful for getting some meaningful objectives. So, in this definition further they are saying that where are in a part of at least the financial characteristics and interpreting the result thereof. See, whatever things has been done for the business, they actually existing into the market to grow the business, to earn more and more profit. That is why they need more customers, business need more investors. That is why the communication become very important once you are dealing with the different monetary transactions. Once you communicate your things to the different users, then only people will came to know that your business is growing and you are giving good return, then only the people will try to invest their money into your business. So, according to this definition, in short, what we are doing, we are just recording, we are classifying, and we are summarizing the monetary transactions, and those monetary transactions actually being utilized, being summarized just because to show that our business is growing and we want to attract more and more customers. So, you might have heard about the bookkeeping also. Here we talk about the bookkeeping as well as the accounting. I told you what is the accounting, it is a recording, classifying and summarization of the monetary things. In the bookkeeping, what we do? We do the recording, we keep all the records of the transaction in a systematic way. As and when the things are happening into the business, means as suppose you are starting from the 31st, you are starting with the 1st April, you are starting the transaction from the 1st April, and then you start recording by date wise. You record each and every transaction as and when they are happening into the business. So, this is called the keeping the record of the business. Second point is keeping the different types of books of accounts, means whether it is cash, whether it is purchase, or whether you have purchased some asset, maybe furniture, maybe machinery, maybe you have purchased some building. So, you are supposed to maintain all the different accounts for the similar kind of transactions. Third point, talking about the recording of financial data relating to the business. We cannot miss a single rupee into the business. If you have purchased any product costing rupees 1, you are supposed to record it, because it would be considered as the business transaction, whether it is 1 rupee or whether it is 1 lakh rupees. So, you are supposed to consider, you are supposed to record each and every transaction having the financial purpose and which is being used for the business transactions, not your personal things, but when you are using anything for the business, that time you are supposed to record. Even when once you are purchasing a needle also, you are supposed to record it once you are purchasing it for the business purpose. Fourth point, saying operation and transaction in the meaningful and ordinary manner. As I just tell you that you are supposed to keep the records date wise. Why is it so? Because once you are recording all the transaction, it is become very once you are recording it in a sequence, in a systematic way, it become very easy to understand once you are going back to check your last or previous data. So, systematic things should be there. Actually, this bookkeeping is clerical kind of work. In this, you are just recording, you are just keeping the records for all the transaction, nothing else you are doing. So, in the accounting, there are different features of the accounting. So, what is the accounting? That it is an art of recording the business transaction. Once you are recording all the transaction, we record the transaction like we prepare the journal for this, journal books for this. These journal books are prepared for the company name. Once you are preparing the journal, you write down the journal books of suppose XYZ company limited. Once you are preparing the journal, you are keeping the record, you are supposed to keep the date wise record, and you are keeping this record, and after passing the entry, you are writing the narration also, because narration is called that that what is the reason for purchasing the reason, or what is the actually transaction. You record, because once there are n number of journal entries are there, once you are recording in these things into the journal books, suppose after 15 days you want to see something and you want to check what you have done in suppose 3rd of November. So, you might be going back to your journal books and you are checking it. Once you are keeping these record date wise, it would be become very easy for you to check it, that you will directly go to the page number where you have mentioned the date 3 November, and then you open the journal books, then you check it out that whether the transaction has been done and what is the transaction actually. You came to know that this transaction has been done, but what actually you have purchased or what actually you have sold, what kind of transaction has been done at that time. So, by this narration you actually get the that what kind of transaction has been being performed. After the recording of transaction, we do the classification of the business transaction. See, there are two types of transactions. One is monetary transaction and other one is non-monetary transaction. We can say economic and non-economic transactions also. What is the meaning of monetary and non-monetary transaction? Once the things being purchased for the business purpose and having a monetary value, that time you say that this is the monetary transactions. So, we record only monetary transactions. Non-monetary means the things which are not being used for the business, maybe the feelings you cannot consider for the business, maybe the attitude, maybe the the innovation, you are not actually calculating them. one, I am giving you example, suppose your mother is making food for you, it cannot be considered as a business, it cannot be including in the business transaction, or you cannot record this transaction. But once you are doing a business of hotel and you are your business is supposed to deliver the foods to the different people, that time this is the economic transaction, monetary transaction. So, you are supposed to keep or classify all the transaction, and we classify these transaction according to the nature of transaction, means whether the transaction is monetary, you are supposed to keep only those transaction, other transaction would be deleted. You will not consider other transaction, there should be only monetary transaction. Once recording is being done, that time you prepare some statement to classify each and every expenses, each and every transaction, that is known as the ledgers. In the classification we prepare the ledgers. In the ledgers actually we record all the transaction by the nature. Suppose you have purchased something, that is cash, in the cash. Suppose you have purchased something in the credit, you purchase furniture, you purchase building. So, these all are the things which you have done into the business. So, you are supposed to keep all the things, all the records separately. You classify every transaction according to their nature. There could not be possible that you are doing only one transaction in a day or in a month. There could be number of transactions which is being done on on the cash basis. So, at the end of the month, once you are preparing your ledgers, you are supposed to keep all the cash transaction in one account. You are supposed to keep all the credit transaction in one account. Once you are purchasing the furniture, suppose 3 or 4 times you have purchased the furniture. So, you are supposed to keep all the furniture transactions into one account. Similar, what we are doing for the, similarly we are doing for the other assets also, for other expenses also. In the classification, why do we are we supposed to do this? Because we are doing it to make it more simpler to look at. So, the next one is the transaction and the event must be recorded in the monetary transaction and event. We are not supposed to, I just told you that we are not supposed to record non-monetary transaction. We are supposed to record the transaction which is having the monetary values and which are being used for the business. So, here we are using only monetary transactions. It is an art of the summarizing the financial transaction. Summarization, once your journal entries are done, when your ledgers are done, there would be number of accounts would be there. So, now you are supposed to summarize it, that what kind of transaction has been done, what is your debit balances and what is your credit balances. So, for this summary we prepare the trial balance. In the trial balance we show that the debit balances and the credit balances. Now, we are it is the art of analyzing and interpretation. Once you are into the bookkeeping, that time you are just recording the transaction, you are not doing anything, because it is a clerical work, you are not doing anything new into that. But once you are doing accounting, in accounting you are supposed to prepare the interpretation also, because your data, your information would be communicated to the other parties, other users. That time what are you supposed to do? That you prepare different kind of different kind of decisions also. That time we do the analyzation and interpretation of the financial statement. The result of these transactions must be communicated to the concerned person. Once your trial balance statement is done after the summarization, or we can say that P&L account is being done, because once this is also a statement which is showing your profit and loss account, this is also a summary account. You are supposed to prepare the final accounts. In the final accounts you are giving your balance sheet, because by the balance sheet only you will came to know that this is actually our position, this is our liability is, and this is our assets is. So, these all are the features of accounting, in which what we are supposed to do, we are recording the transaction into the journal and books, we are preparing the classification into the different ledger, then we are supposed to record only the monetary transaction. when after this recording and classification, we are supposed to prepare a trial balance for giving the summary that can be used for the future references. Then we are preparing the final statement, final accounts, in which we are preparing the trading account, P&L account and the balance sheet, which gives us clear picture about the business. And this statement we are supposed to communicate to the different users whosoever want to invest in our company. These are the different functions of the accounting. Firstly, we supposed to record. We record each and every transaction, whatever it is. Recording is being done in journal books, and these transactions known as the journal entries. Once you are entering them into the journal books, this become the journal entries, in which you record that what maybe you have purchased something, maybe you have sold something, maybe rent is being paid, maybe you have purchased some building, maybe you have purchased some furniture, maybe you have purchased something on the credit basis. So there would be the people who are giving you loan also, and there could be some people from you are selling your product in the on the credit basis. In the classification, we prepare the ledger account on the basis of different, suppose cash transactions for cash, and the credit transaction credits your building account, your capital account, your furniture account, maybe your creditors from whom you have taken loan, maybe your debtors to whom you have given loan, maybe there are some stationery purchase being purchased, maybe salary has been paid, salary or rent, or maybe interest has been paid, wages has been paid. So you are supposed to keep the separate record, you are supposed to classify each and everything separately. The summarization, we prepare the trial balance. In the trial balance, we actually show the all the debit balances and all the credit balances. Deal with the financial transactions only. I told you that we are not supposed to record the non-monetary transaction, we do not having the financial objective. Take one example, suppose you are a person is going to the market and purchasing the bunch of roses, and this bunch would be he is coming back with the bunch of roses and keep it into their home. That is the personal use. But once the person is purchasing a bunch of roses or bunches of flowers and going to the to his shop and selling it out by the purchasing, because now what he is doing, he is generating revenue by purchasing of a product. Now he is selling. Once the person is selling, more and more profit would be earned. That time the transaction become the monetary transaction, because it is actually being used for the business purpose, not for the personal purpose, not for the decoration purpose for their home. So we are supposed to keep all the transaction for the having the financial nature. Interpretation, see, once the things are not clear, once the result is not clear, once the interpretation is not being done, there is no use of the accounting. Why we are doing this accounting? Because we are supposed to communicate, we are supposed to interpret these results, because we want to check our performance. Once your interpretation is done, then you would be able that how much is your profit and how much is your loss. If you are facing loss, that time what you can do, that you can actually improve your business, you can put some more efforts for making your business successful. The interpretation is very important that time. After the interpretation, we are supposed to communicate this result to the different users, as I told you, different users, because people would be investing in your business. So, as I just told you that in this financial transaction should be there, these events could be monetary only. Non-monetary transaction would not be recorded. These transactions are not supposed to record. We just record the transaction having the monetary value. So, what we are doing, firstly the financial transactions only, no non-financial, no non-monetary, non-economic transaction would be considered for the business. Second, we record all the transaction. What will we do? We do this actually it is a basic function of the accounting. Once we are recording all the transaction and if we are missing something at the end of the day, we would be finding that there is a gap between the balances, the balances are not meeting. So, what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to keep all the records and to make your records correct. Classification. In the classification, what we do, I told you, we prepare the lasers. In the summary, what we do in the summarization, we prepare the trial balances, trading balances, trading account and the profit and loss accounting. In the trial balances, we just show the balances of different lasers account, whether it is debit or whether it is credit. In the trading account, we record all the direct expenses and direct incomes which comes directly from the production. In this profit and loss statement, by the help of trading account, we came to know the gross profit or gross loss. What is the gross profit? Profit means once whatever you have invested, that is, and the things which are coming back to you, the money which you are earning, that is more than your expenses, that is more than your cost, that is profit. But once this money is lacking, whatever you have invested, it become your loss. So, here we get the gross profit and the gross loss. In this profit and loss account, we got the net profit or net loss. So, by this net profit and net loss, this is actually comes the indirect expenses and indirect incomes which are not related with the production, but actually this is needed. For example, we are paying salary, we are doing the advertisement, we are paying commission, we are earning interest. There are some people who are not giving back our money, that become our bad debts. So, these are the things which are not related with directly in the production system, but they are supposed to be happen because these expenses actually promote your business. By hiring more and more people, you are paying salary, these people are working for you. So, these expenses become a indirect expenses. In the balance sheet, we came to know about the liability and the different assets. What are different liabilities which we are supposed to pay and what are the different assets which we have earned during the year. Now, we do the analysis and interpretation for making it more attractive to actually get more and more customer and more and more investors for our business. Now, this is the process of accounting. As I told you, accounting starts with the recording. The first recording we do in the journal, then we do the classification into the ledger, then we summarizing it into the trial balance. Finally, we preparing the financial statement, that is your financial statements are trading account, profit account and the balance sheet. So, this is known as the process of accounting, that the steps are you are recording, you are classifying, you are summarizing, then you are preparing the financial statement for doing the interpretation for communicating purpose. What are the different objectives of the accounting? By all these things, you came to know that actually this is recording is very important part of the business. If the things of recording is not being done, that it would become difficult to understand the business actually. What things has been done so far, what is the things which you are planning. So, things need to be record in a sequence, in a systematic way. So, we maintain the records to ascertain the profit and loss of the business. As I told you, after the trial balance, trading and P&L account, we came to know about the gross profit, we came to know about the gross loss. After preparing profit and loss account, we came to know about the net profit and net loss. Ascertain the financial position of the company, whether the company is doing good or company is facing some problem. So, in this situation, what we are supposed to do, we value the asset, what kind of value our assets are having, means what is the monetary value and the nature of and the extent of what kind of liability we do having. we facilitate rational decision making to make information more available to the different various groups, to the different people, to the different users, whosoever is interested in our business. The importance of the marketing is that accounting actually deals in the three parts, that is management is first user, second one is the user having the indirect financial interest, and the people users is having the direct financial interest. We will go in the detail. Management could be your director, officers of the company, manager, supervisor, and the different departments of the department heads of the company. Why the people are looking for the information? Because they people are supposed to prepare the strategy. Once they get all the information, once they check all the details, all the statements, then the people came to know that actually this is the scenario and where they are supposed to make the different new strategy, new improvement area the people find out. So, decision is being used, decision is being prepared regarding the profitability, regarding the financial performance, and the making and plans and policies for the future purpose. Now, the accounting, once the accounting is people having some direct direct financial interest into this. The people are that potential shareholders. Shareholders are the people who are investing in your company, or they are purchasing your share. They are investing their money into your business. Your creditors, your employees, your suppliers, these all are the people who having a direct interest, because once your business is growing, the people will get more and more business. Decision is being used at the share investment decision, whether to make the investment decision or not. Credit decision, whether to provide the credit facility to the different customers or not, means if you provide more and more credit, that it would become difficult to collect it back. So, that time there would be a bad debt ratio would be high. So, you are supposed to maintain all the things, means the cash and the credit also. You cannot sell out, you cannot sold out all the things into the credit. Company's status and the prospectus, and the approving supply decision, how much things need to be supplied. Supplier will think about that if the company is growing, then supply could be made, but if the company is not doing well, so that time what the supplier would think, maybe my money would be stuck at some place. So, giving supply to these company would be worthless. Everybody is into the business just because to earn the profit. The people, the supplier, the stakeholders, different users also having the same kind of mindset, that they invest their money, they supply their product, and they will get return their payment. Users with indirect financial interest, people who do not have directly interest, but indirectly they are related with it. So, in the customers they are just purchasing the product, whether company is in profit or loss, we never go for the checking the balance sheet to purchase a product. If we like some product, we purchase it. If we are not liking any product, we are not purchasing it. Taxation authorities, means the people are not concerned about their profit and losses, but they are checking whether the people are paying taxes on time or not. Financial analysis and preparing the financial analysis advisor, because they are, by this way the people will get their business. Brokers, advisors, labor unions and consumer groups, different journal, public and press, these are the different groups which indirectly interested into the knowing the balance sheet. What kind of decision being take? Assessing tax, protecting investor and the public interest, advising on the investment decision, setting economic policies, measuring social and environmental protection, and the last one is negotiation of the labor argument. What is mean? Assessing tax means how much tax need to be paid. Protecting investor and public interest means the investors, there are organizations SEBI, that is Security Exchange Board of India, which is supposed to protect the interest of the investor, whosoever is investing into the stock market or into the market, they are supposed to keep the records of that. So, protecting the interest, investors interest and the public interest, so that anybody cannot be harmed. There are some people, some person who are giving the advices to for the making this investment decisions and setting up the economic policies. Measuring social and environmental security. See, every company have a liability to safeguard the environment also. Once they are producing something, they are supposed to produce in a way so that the economy or the environment cannot be harmed. these are the different uses of the accounting. One is we check the profit and loss, we check the financial position, we record the things because we are supposed to keep all the records. Decision making and the planning control, we take the legal requirements, consider the legal requirement, making information available to the various group different to the different users, and evidence in court of the we provide if anything happen in any situation, that time these record become the evidence for the company that this thing has been done. So, we can represent these records into the court also if anything happen. Substitute of the memory, you cannot keep all the things in your mind. It is not a matter of recording for one day or keeping it for 2 days. We can memorize. Once we are talking to keep this record in the mind, we can remember the things for the 2 or 3 days maximum. But once there is a number of data is very huge, that time you are supposed to keep these record into the some place. So, memory, your memory is not filled. You can do more productive things. So, by keeping all these record, what we are doing, we are keeping all the records and we are substitute of this memory. Comparative study we can make that earlier it was the things and now these are the things which can be compared, that earlier the profit is higher or this year the profit is higher. Sale of the business, what sale the business is doing good or not doing good, and the amount of size and cases increasing and decreasing in the capital, means how much your capital is. These all are the limitations of the accounting, means only monetary transaction we record. The price effect of the price level of accounting is not considered, means price is increasing or pricing getting down, we are not recording all these things. Non-realistic information due to the concept and the convention being followed. Personal biasness could be there, and alternatively treatment lack of uniformity could be there. No real test of the managerial performance could be manipulated also. Historical in nature and not helpful for the price fluctuation. We keep all the things on the historical basis, what things have been done in the past, we keep all the records according to that, that is not futuristic. Cost control not possible, and the technical, it is technical subject. Cost control, because the things which is being happen, that would be happen in the similar way, you cannot control it. So, these are the some limitations of the business in which of the accounting, in which we are supposed to use this accounting in a very smart way. So, what we have learned so far, we came to know about the definition, we came to know about the different users, we came to know about the bookkeeping, recording, classification, and the different concept, means different users of the accounting, what is the limitation where we can use the accounting and the accounting process. These all things actually make the accounting very simple once you go in the detail. For the reference, you can go to the reference book of this S.N. Maheshwari, that is very good book and having a very simple language to understand for the beginners also. With this, if you having any query, you can write me at meenu.balyan@imsec.ac.in. With that, thank you so much.